Today's event wouldn't be possible without all the big partners, donors, and collaborators who are here today to celebrate our grand groundbreaking ceremony. Before we start the program, we're going to actually do a monk's blessing. This is my pleasure to introduce the monks from the Temple Nagara Dhamma, the spiritual heart of the Southeast Asian community in San Francisco. They're the first and continues to be the only temple here that serves all three Southeast Asian communities, Cambodian, Lao, and Thai. The monks and the temple heads are also multilingual in all the three languages and play a central role in preserving our cultural and spiritual traditions. They will lead a short chant ceremony to honor this momentous occasion. So I'd like to now turn everybody to the monks for a blessing ceremony. Thank you so much. I want to just give this one. So next at this time, we'd like to invite the dancers to come onto the mat.
Before the dancers can perform, we have to mnemon the monk out first.
Okay. Okay, how do you do? So I want to welcome everyone again. The next ceremonial performance we have will be by the students from the CERI, Center for Empowering Refugee and Immigrant Youth Dancers, who will be performing the Cambodian Blessing Dance. This dance is traditionally performed during ceremony events to offer blessings and convey well wishes to visitors and guests. It is also part of a formal occasion such as weddings and of course groundbreaking ceremonies such as this. Please welcome our dancers, Morakut Sut, Pongmalai Pitch, and Sotia Saunders. from Siri for making the time to come out and share the cultural heritage of the Khmer community. Thank you. At this time, we're gonna try to get everyone to come in as close as possible in the hallways here and in there, and our speaking program's gonna be up here. So I invite everybody to come in. This side here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, everybody come inside as much, and you can go to the side and the corridor, the hallway as well.
Behind the counter here, there's plenty of space here. Come on in.
Yeah, come on in. You can go behind the counters as well, and on the corridor. Please come in, make your way inside. Don't be shy. There's still a lot of rooms.
Come on in. Come on in.
Come on in. Everyone's in. Okay. Good morning, everyone. What an incredible and Montana's day today it is. It fills my heart and joy to welcome you all to this groundbreaking ceremony as we take the first step towards building the future home of the Southeast Asian Development Center. Yeah. Here at SEADC, this day has been nearly 5 decades in the making. Since we first opened our doors in 1977, we have dedicated ourselves to serving immigrant children and families in the Southeast Asian community. For 48 years, we have dreamed of having a place to call our own, a permanent home where a community can find the support and resources they need to build better lives. The history of the Southeast Asian community in San Francisco is one of resilience and hope. Many of our families arrived here through various diaspora, fleeing political upheavals and war, including the Vietnam-American War. The Tenderloin became an ethnic enclave, welcoming Vietnamese, Cambodian, Thai, Laotian refugees and immigrants who came here seeking safety and a chance to rebuild their lives. San Francisco, in its generosity and compassion, embraced us, and over the years, we've witnessed incredible stories of growth and success. Families have built new lives, young people have thrived, and generations of children have found a sense of belonging in the city we now call home. To this day, SEADC has proudly served thousands of families, children, and youth. But as you can imagine, our impact and mission have always been limited by the lack of permanent space. That changes today. The Southeast Asian community, many of us who came here as refugees have always longed for a place to belong, a home where our cultural heritage is honored and where our children can thrive. Today, we're standing on the very ground where that dream has come true. All thanks to the unwavering support and advocacy of the many people standing behind me and next to me and in front of me, including Mayor London Breed, Senator Scott Wiener, Emerita Pelosi, Supervisor Connie Chan, Supervisor Aaron Peskin, and Supervisor Dean Preston. After 48 years, we finally have a building to call home at 679-683 McAllister. I want to applaud their leadership in supporting our community, often overlooked within the Asian community. Their investment in this building demonstrates their commitment to San Franciscans. For this, we are extremely grateful. Thank you. I also want to thank all of you who are here today, who've supported us along the way. You supported us through various ways, whether it's giving your time, your resources, your collaboration, your partnership. We look forward to welcoming you all back to the doors of 679 when we open our permanent home for all of us and for the entire San Francisco community. For that, thank you, everyone. Okay, it's my honor to extend my deepest gratitude to Mayor London Breed, whose leadership and belief in the value of our community has been instrumental in making this dream a reality. Under her leadership, Mayor Breed has been working to create a more resilient and equitable San Francisco for all, and that no San Franciscans are left behind. She's committed to ensuring that low-income San Franciscans have access to crucial safety nets, such like the escort programs that we have at our organization and the public benefits to meet their basic needs, regardless of the socioeconomic status. Please welcome Mayor London Breed.
First of all, Judy, I just want to say congratulations. And really, I am so proud of you, and I am so proud of what you have done to ensure the success of this organization in light of so many of the challenges and the obstacles that you've had to face. Oftentimes in very small location in the Tenderloin, you made so much work for so many people, even with little resources. And you kept this organization going. And you kept it going with a smile on your face. So I want to say to you, congratulations for this new milestone. And thank you to so many of the people who are here to help make this dream a reality, including folks who are part of your board of directors like Matanis and Lily Ho and others who helped to raise the necessary resources to provide support for organizations like this. You know, there's been a lot of talk about nonprofit organizations and nonprofit accountability. But what doesn't get talked about enough is the important work done by so many of these nonprofit organizations. And I want to The Southeast Asian Community Development Center is more than just an organization that exists in a community. It helps a community. It uplifts young people and seniors. And when there were deficiencies during the pandemic, it stepped up to provide support, the staff and the volunteers, putting their lives on the line to ensure that the most vulnerable, our seniors, had food, had resources, were cared for, and that our children had a place to go when our schools were shut down. They've done such an extraordinary job, and what this new location does is cement their place here in San Francisco. It is home, it is protection, it is sanctuary, it is security now and into the future. I want to thank all of the folks who are here who made it possible. I want to appreciate Supervisor Connie Chan for helping to establish the API Equity Fund that has allowed so many of these buildings to be purchased and secured all throughout San Francisco. New homes, new opportunity, a sense of hope and excitement. I want to thank Senator Scott Wiener for always delivering on crucial state resources to help bring in the additional money needed for not just to purchase these buildings, but sometimes the work you have to do inside to make them work in the way that they should. And of course, thank you to our Speaker, Mayor Nancy Pelosi, for those federal resources. It's a state, local, and federal partnership that has made this all possible. And I want to just finally acknowledge and commemorate today by just welcoming all of you here and to let you know that, you know, there is the investments from the city for both the building and the Capitol and the state and the feds. There's also the investments from the city for the operating expenses, but you all play a crucial role in continuing to make sure that this organization is thriving for the people who need it the most. And Judy represents extraordinary leadership in those efforts. So on behalf of the City and County of San Francisco, thank you, Judy, and here's the Southeast Asian Development Center's new home. Okay, I have another job. I want to really recognize the next speaker for not only his work that he does to ensure that valuable state resources that may not always make it to this community in particular makes it here for important projects like this, but all roads lead to housing. And the need to get more housing built all over San Francisco is something that he has been courageous and working tirelessly in changing legislation that truly will open the door to extraordinary opportunities around housing production all over San Francisco to make sure that people in this city have a safe, affordable place to call home. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome State Senator Scott Wiener.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This is really exciting. Our Southeast Asian community in San Francisco has been in San Francisco for a very long time. It's part of the DNA and the heart and soul of this city, and sometimes gets overlooked a little bit. And that should not happen, and we need to make sure it doesn't happen. And SEADC has, for almost half a century, has been really supporting this community, supporting immigrants, supporting folks of all ages who are maybe need a little help or struggling or just need some support. San Francisco is, I love this city with all my heart and soul. This is a tough city sometimes for people to flourish in. There's so much that allows people to flourish, but we don't always make it easy. And people have struggles, and we need to provide those supports. And our network of community centers and neighborhood centers all across the city, it makes our city a better place. And this center is going to be just magnificent. And I'm Judy, I'm just so grateful for your work and your team's work. And when Judy reached out to me about 3.5 years ago, to inquire about the possibility of some state funding for helping to purchase the building, and we were able to obtain $2.5 million from the state budget to help purchase the building. And to me, it was just an absolute no-brainer, and I love it when we can have that local, state, federal partnership, all of us rowing in the same direction for the community. So congratulations, and I look forward to the ribbon cutting too. It's going to be amazing. Congratulations. Thank you. Do I? Okay. I now want to bring up Supervisor Connie Chan from the Richmond District.
Thank you. It's tight space, so I'm going to also make it quick because I think that, thank you, Madam Mayor, and thank you, Senator Wiener, for your remarks and your support. And it's really a collaboration and partnership from not just your leadership in City Hall, but really from the community, like Judy said. It's because of you advocating for our community, for the Southeast Asian community, that we're here today. And I have said this to other, community and gatherings and organizations when they get their chance to open up their space, is that, this is the first step to that we can call this place home for our Southeast Asian community. And I'm just so grateful that today that we also be able to witness to having the monk ceremony and the dance. That really is call for, we need more of that in San Francisco, not just in this building, but everywhere, that to really show the pride of Southeast Asian community. Again, this is really just the first step, and that we're going to continue to do more, and we're going to make sure that not only that you take root in this space, but you will thrive and you will grow much beyond here. And so thank you so much, Judy, and thank you so much to the community for all your help and all your advocacy, and here's to more years to come. But like I said, we can't do it alone, and we all, you see that I want to say we don't always see eye to eye in City Hall, but what we do see eye to eye is that we are love for community, and you do need a district supervisor to continue to support a community, and also because your physical space is here in his district. So here is Supervisor Dean Preston.
Thank you so much, Supervisor Chan and Judy. Congratulations to you and everyone here at SEADC and the whole community. This is an absolutely thrilling day to be celebrating this and to be here with other city leaders and so many leaders from the community. I'm so proud to represent so many Southeast Asian residents, businesses, and also now to have this center here in District 5. And if any of you followed redistricting, the lines are very close. So when I knew this was in the works, I was so thrilled that this is still in District 5, just blocks away from where so many of the treasured businesses and residents in Little Saigon and the community are, and within this supervisorial district. And so I'm so proud to represent this district, and so thrilled to be here with you today. I want to echo Mayor Breed's thanks for all of the work that you do, and especially recognize through the pandemic all of the difficult but crucial support that you provided to the community. I also want to thank and recognize, I always hear Supervisor Chan speak, and I'm amazed by how humble she is on some of these things. And I want to take you back for a minute to 2022, when a supervisor from the Richmond District had this idea of creating the API Equity Fund. At the time, I was championing a huge affordable housing item for the budget. And Supervisor Chan stood on the steps of City Hall and put this idea forward of tens of millions of dollars for an API equity fund. And I gotta say, most people in the media, most people in City Hall thought, what is she doing? In an uncertain budget times, is this really even possible? And I really want to recognize Supervisor Chan's vision and leadership. We ended up partnering on a huge package that included the API Equity Fund, which was unanimously passed at the board, the whole budget package. And now we're seeing these acquisitions happening. And I want to recognize the mayor and the mayor's Office of Housing and Community Development for taking the ball on that investment so that we could be here today. And as other speakers have stated, we can't do this alone at the city. These are expensive transactions. So having the help from Speaker Emerita Pelosi, from our representatives at the state and Senator Wiener has been absolutely crucial. But at the end of the day, when we all come together and when we acquire a site like this, it's incredibly important because of its permanence. And I just want to recognize that so many nonprofits operate in San Francisco with the uncertainty of will they still be here? Will they get that grant? Will their lease be renewed or not? And when you do an acquisition for a crucial community organization like this, we are saying as a city, state, and federal government and as a community that we are investing not for this year, not for next year, but forever in this space serving the Southeast Asian community. So I'm so honored and privileged to be here with you today, and thank you all for your hard work to get us to this point.
Thank you, everyone. So the next transition we're going to do is we're actually going to go outside to the front and we're going to do a ceremonial groundbreaking. So I'd like to invite the leaders here to grab a hard hat and a hammer so we could do a photo op right in front. And if community members, please let's transition outside and then we can do the ceremonial photo ops with everybody as well. Thank you.
Does look good.
Oh my God, big hammer.
I know.
Are we, what are we breaking with that?
It's foam. Can't really break anything.
Where do I get a hammer?
They're over on the.
I missed the hammer.
Hey, how are you? Good to see you. See you.
Put it a little lower. No.
We can share it. We can share it. We can share it. It's very heavy.
You ready?
You can also continue to carry this through
What can we do with this,
holiday, and then
Scott?
also,
You know, I
mean,
can
it's
carry this
Halloween.
around the neighborhood.